Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Southern California, and today I'm very excited to be showing you 3 new products. These are online. They became available last Tuesday, March the 4th. The first one I'm going to show you, well, we're going to be making this fun fold card using all of the new products. So the first thing I'm featuring is the You Are Remarkable stamp set. It's got 3 greetings in it that are so beautiful. Friends are like flowers in the garden of life. You are remarkable in every single way. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Aren't those great? So I have 4 cards all together showing you the greetings. And then I'm going to show you the 2-step stamp. The flower is so much fun to work with, and it's so simple. So I have several cards to show you with this. All right, so did I say the date? This is March the 10th, Monday, 2025. All right, so let's get started with the fun fold card. I'll just put it right here. Oh, I forgot to say, the dies have 7 different dies. They all layer beautifully, and this one is perfect for a longer greeting. And I'm going to be using all of them today except for this one. This one I will be using, I'm sure, in the future. Okay, so I'm just going to get out my supplies. Maybe I'm going to put that right on top there so you can see it. And then, okay, this is the first thing I'm doing. The cardstock is 5.5 by 8.5. Normally we score it at 4 1/4, and so I'm going to, but then I'm going to score the half in half. So that's where the 2 1/8 comes from. So let me just put that here. Grab my scoring board. So here we go. Okay, first I'm going to score 2 1/8, simply because that's half of 4 1/4. Okay, I need my hand up here. Okay, there we go. This is Blueberry Bushel, by the way. Such a gorgeous color. And what did I do? Here we go. All right, just be careful when you put your card together. Make sure that the edges are even before you use your scoring tool on it. Okay, here we go. We're set, we're ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the inside in. I cut a 3/4 inch piece. Oops. Oh, I forgot to show you the DSP. I want to show you the DSP. It is so beautiful. I'm not really sure that it matters which way this goes. And I'm going to leave a little edge along the side. I just think that's really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you some more of the DSP. I have a feeling that a lot of you have already seen it. The DSP is called Lovely Garden. Is that good? Almost. Really, it shouldn't be that hard to put in 1/4 of a piece of cardstock. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're cooking. All right, so let me show you the DSP with the Lovely Garden. So again, all 3 numbers are right here. This one, oh, I've almost used it all up. I'm so sad. The back of it, I love both sides of this sheet. And then these black and whites are, this is beautiful. This has a great big pattern on it. Black and white stripe, I've used that one. Haven't used this pretty one. And then these little, those are cute. There's a big green. Haven't used that one yet, it's pretty. And then these, I'm not quite sure what color that is. It looks like it has a little bit of purple in it, pink. And back to that. Okay, so some very lovely DSPs. So the first thing I'm going to do, this, okay, so there's my scoring. I think you've already gotten that. All right, so this piece is 1 7/8. And I had it written down on a, I'm going to do it this way, on a little Post-it note, and I have no idea where it is now. Okay, that doesn't look quite even. There we go. All right, so now this is just 4 layers, very, very simple. So the blue, first I'm going to put the DSP, go this way, onto the blue. Even though you can't see the textured edges really, really well in person, well, that one's not exactly straight either. Okay, this must not be my day for straight. Okay, is that better? Probably right where I had it to begin with. Okay. Anyway, you can't see them really, really well on the video. And even in person, they're subtle, but they're subtly beautiful. Okay, so now this is going to go here. Why can I do it that way or this way? I'm going to do it this way because this has a little tear in it that I was trying to cover up. Okay, so since this is going to go here, I'm just going to take my finger here, turn it over, and then this is about where I'm going to put my adhesive. Okay, I'm going to add this, just leaving a nice little border. So this card goes together very, very quickly once you cut out the pieces. Okay, so here we go. We are ready for the blueberry bushel pad. And friends are flowers in the garden of life. You know, a lot of times I will stamp my stamp first and then cut it out, but because these are photopolymer, they're so easy to place. So I just am not gonna waste my time doing that. Okay. Then just gonna put this in place. Then I'm going to show you one that I made that was just a little bit different. And sometimes this makes me nervous to turn this over once I've just stamped. Because one time the ink came back on to my white paper, which didn't make me happy at all. Okay, so now we just, ooh, pretty. Look how pretty that is and how simple it is. Now I'm taking the 4 Gems tinsel pack and going to put some blue embellishments on. This is just a really simple fun fold card. Okay, so here you go. We are finished. Pretty simple. And then I'll show you the first time I made this card, I did not put a layer behind the front piece. I don't know. I kind of like the layer, having the layer. But you obviously can do it either way. Okay, so now let me show you some more cards that are made with actually the same DSP. Okay, this is Melon Mambo. And I put the Melon Mambo on dimensionals. You know, I just realized on that last card, I put this on for real, I put it on with dimensionals. On this card, I put the center on with dimensionals. And it actually does give it a really nice lift. So I'm going to go back, change my mind. I hope you do that sometimes. Change your mind. And put it on dimensionals. Of course, now it's sticky. It would have been fine without dimensionals, but I think dimensionals do give it a little lift and a little bit more interest. So I'm just taking these straight to the trash. Okay, so let's try this again. This time with dimensionals. Okay, I don't know if that makes that much difference on the video, but it does make a difference. It's really pretty. Okay, so there's the fun fold. For this one, I put the pink Melon Mambo on with dimensionals. Then this is just flat. And then I actually cut 2 extra layers of this small one and stamped. It just gives it a little bit more depth. It's much more interesting than just putting it flat. But if you want to just put it flat, you can. So the first panel is 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. The second panel is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. So Melon Mambo. Okay, so there's that one. Let me just put these out. All right, here's the next one. Super simple. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. So just go down 1/4 inch on each layer. Add the gems and you are done. Put a little piece in there. I mean, come on, it's pretty simple. And then I went back to the fancy borders because I like this greeting, a little hello with a lot of love from Fancy Borders. The DSP is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I wanted you to notice that I'm using the textured notes dies for the greeting. Isn't that nice? It's just perfect size for that. Okay, so here are the 4 cards. Can you see those? I think you can pretty much see them. Okay, with just the greetings. If you want to take a picture of all of them, or maybe you've already taken a picture. Okay. All right, now I'm going to pick these up and then I'm going to show you some cards using the flowers. Okay, this is the card I'm going to be making. Again, this is one of the papers out of the Lovely Garden. And I'm going to be, this is Melon Mambo. I'm going to be using Petunia Pop. And just a very simple card. All right, so I'm going to put that up there. And then I'm going to show you more cards that I've made just using the flower. You can keep this so simple. All right, so I'm using the heavy white cardstock, just scoring it at 4 1/4. Take a peek before I, no, that looks actually pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead. You know, you won't be able to see it really well, but I did cut this DSP out with one of the textured notes dies. And it does add, even though it's very subtle, it adds some interest to the card. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to center this. All right, looks good. Now I want to show you what I did because I'm doing this for hands-on for my class next week. And I want them to be able to stamp. Okay, so I have some little lines, which I don't think you can see in the video, but I know I'm just going to test this and see if that's good. All right, and because I was making a number of these, I had to stamp about a dozen of these. I didn't want to have to keep refiguring each time where I was going to put the flower. Okay, oh my gosh, how simple is that? Okay, so I just quickly was able to stamp a dozen of these, and I am ready for class next week. Okay, so now let's get our pads. I'm going to get Petunia Pop, and that's going to be our main flower. So, ink. This is distinctive stamping, by the way, so it's not going to be completely solid. So just hover over it until you can see that you're just about in the right place. Wow. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave this out for a minute. I'm going to get my garden green. Again, I'm going to stamp it, ink it. Then I'm going to hover. Yeah, you're just going to eyeball it. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now how simple is this? Seriously. Okay, then I'm going to take the yellow pad for the center. And this is very light, so I think I'm probably going to do it. You know, that's light. I'm going to do it one more time. This is Daffodil Delight. that's a little showing up a little bit better that way. Okay, then we're simply going to put, oops, still have to leave that out. Oh, I have one more thing to put on here. I'm going to put a greeting on here. Ah, see what I'm talking about? Oh, that is so maddening. Okay, so get out my little eraser. This is why I don't like to turn over the card I've just inked on here, but I am not throwing this out. This is a sand. Oh, wow. Boy, that really did a number on my card. Well, I wonder if I can save this. With black, it takes a little bit of elbow grease to get it off. But okay, so this is a sand eraser. I just got it off of the internet, and it really does work well. But boy, with black, whew. See, that's why I just don't like turning things over once they've been stamped. Well, I'll tell you, this is like an isometric exercise. Okay, I'm getting closer. This has saved me so many times when I've just gotten a little bit of ink on something. So really what it's doing, it's taking off the cardstock. That's what it's doing. And it's really doing a good job. It just takes a little bit of patience and a little bit of elbow grease. Okay, I think for today, I'm gonna just about call this good. Ooh, isn't that so irritating? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now let's get some dimensionals. All right, put this on with dimensionals. Well, other than having to erase, this card goes together very easily and very quickly. But like I say, thank heavens for the eraser, because it just saves your life when you get a little smudge on something that you just finished. You don't want to throw it out and you don't want to start over. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I forgot to stamp on there. I wonder if I can still do it. I pulled a little hello out. Let me see where it is. I think it's here. I wanted to use this, and I'm going to try. I think I can do it. This is hello. It's from Unbounded Love. Yahoo! Usually you want to stamp before you put your dimensionals on. I don't know if this is a video on how to do it or how not to do it. Okay, so then I'm gonna, now these are new. These are also online. Neutral matte dots. So as you can see, there are three different colors. These are like a really light tan. Okay, so we're just gonna go here, put a little one here, put another little one up here. Okay. All right, so I think we averted tragedy there. And I haven't put anything inside yet. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do inside. Okay, so this is Petunia Pop. All right, now take a look at this card. This is exactly the same fun fold as this one, but look how different it looks. So the fold is exactly the same. The green DSP, 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 times 2. So you're just going to put 1 on the fold. So you're going to use the same folds, 2 1/4. I'm sorry, 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And then look at this cute little bee that comes in this whole You Are Remarkable set. If I were to do this again, I would stamp the friend in black. This was like learning. Okay, so there's that one, which is exactly, those are the same. And then here's the same card again, just, you know, simple and straightforward. Here's another one of the papers. And initially when I did this, I didn't put the black layer behind it. And so even though you can't see it a lot, it really does set the card off. I think it's still important to put the black layer behind it. And then this is the last DSP that I used, all out of that same Lovely Garden. So aren't these beautiful? You can use the greetings, you can stamp the flowers. And next week, I think what I'm going to do is use these greetings and or flowers with different dies, not necessarily the textured notes dies. So anyway, I hope you see how simple these cards are to make, and that you'll be interested in getting the You Are Remarkable set. And again, it doesn't come with dies, it's just the set. I know I saw someone online cut this out. I went, oh my goodness, no thank you. I think it's beautiful just like it is cut out. But either way is beautiful. It depends on what you have patience for. I don't have a lot of patience for fussy cutting. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will look forward to having you next time.